Hi there, my name is Seela Beck and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop. And I have been watching Star Trek Picard. Really, if the ongoing apocalypse isn't enough to make me want to give up hope on life altogether, watching Star Trek Picard would. And not because it's egregiously bad, because it's not egregious. It's not like Discovery bad. It's not like Doctor Who, Jodie Whittaker Doctor Who bad. It's like, it's just bad. It's just stupid. It doesn't have like lead actors who are completely repellent in every way that I just have nothing I want to do with. It's not egregiously bad, but it's not good either. So there is just like there's zero emotional resonance whatsoever. I'm like, yeah, okay, fine. Well, it's like really. I mean, I know we have this cartoon here in Israel called Dry Bones. Has been going on for years and like decades, like maybe 40, 50 years. And my expression when reading any of those cartoons never changes. It's never registered any emotional expression. I'm always like, and you can't tell when I get to the punchline. If I'm reading a Calvin and Hobbes, I have a little smile because it's Calvin and Hobbes. It's lovely. But there's zero emotional attachment whatsoever to anything. I don't know why they call it Star Trek Picard, because there's no Star Trek in this, and there's certainly no Picard. There's Patrick Stewart in this, feeling like he's punching Nazis by destroying his character that's beloved by millions. There you go. Good on you, Sir Patrick. Hope it's doing well for you there. Anywho, let's get into talking about the episode. Oh, before we do, if you can you hit the subscribe button? Can you? Can you throw a Rabbi a bone there? Hit that subscribe button. That'd be fan-freaking-tastic. What am I up to, like 550, 560 subscribers? Let's see if we can get me to 600 before, not 600. Yeah, let's see if we can get me 600. But let's see if we can get me to 1,000 before civilization crumbles. Which, the clock's ticking. So, let's get moving, guys. Okay, so let's get full fight. And by the way, I give stuff away on the channel. The stuff I'm giving away this week. Breaking Bad, I give stuff. You've seen my reviews before. Just go look at the video notes. It tells you how to win it. Subscribe to the channel. Leave the hashtag I am the one who knocks. And you'll be up for winning. I'm not sure when we're giving away. Sunday, so in the near future. I have to check with my cohorts to see when we're going to start doing Breaking Bad streams. Fine, say again. Check the video notes. Everything's there. Fine, let's start talking about the episode. Fine. So they show up at the planet of the synths, which somehow they found by there being a bit of a storm in space and 2 red moons, So it can only be this one place. That does seem kind of like a little bit of amorphous directions. You're using Waze. If it gives you that, go to the 2 red moons. Proceed to the 2 red moons and turn left. Fine, so they get there and they go through the transport conduit, and Narek turns up in his little ship going, pew, 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 find the phasers. And I just watched the Red Letter Media review of episodes 6, 7, and 8, which are always fantastic. I love that. One of the only joys I have about watching any of this generation of Star Trek is being able to watch the Red Letter Media reviews of it after, because it's hilarious. So, Narek shows up in his little ship, fighting phase, pew, 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 pew. And, the Red Letter Media, they did point out, the phasers now are so freaking fast. They're like, pew, 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 pew. Yeah, back in Next Generation, he had like a nice slow, it took a while for the Enterprise to turn around, and like the phaser would start on the dish, come together before firing out. Like, in fact, I think one of my favourite moments ever, it really was, oh my god, was when I first saw Best of Both Worlds, and the Borg showed up, and they're draining the shields. Jill's down to 20%, Captain. 15, 10, and then when the shields are down, Picard goes, fire all weapons, and the Enterprise goes, pew, 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 pew. That's freaking awesome. But of course, you're not going to see any of that. We don't think we even see the starship in this so far. Anyway, so the phasers are there, and for some reason, on La Serena, on what's his name again? The only guy that I vaguely like, the captain, the smoking captain, that guy. They got was it? I'm pretty sure it's the original series Red Alert siren. because they know that, you know, this is people who has kind of seen some Star Trek. You know, I think they've seen Star Trek First Contact. They know the original series is kind of cool now. They don't understand why, but they're bringing things in from the original series. Yeah, I'm surprised sometimes they didn't have that little you know, ship sound effect going on about. But anyway, for some reason, this ship that looks nothing like a Star Trek ship has the original series red light. Okay, fine. And they're trying to evade. They're fighting Narek, and I'm suddenly struck with how much I don't like this very small crew. You know, I don't like the crackpot Raffi at all. There's nothing about it that made me go, oh, I like this person at all. I don't like Girardi, who's a moron and a murderer, and the Hispanic Wolverine clone captain, who's completely out of place in this series because he's got a little bit of charisma. So you know, the guy with all the holograms. I wish I could remember his name. I'm not even going to look it up because you know what? Nothing matters. It doesn't freaking matter. So yeah, I just realized how much I don't like them. And then all of a sudden, boom! Through the Borg conduit comes the Borg cube. The Borg cube shows up, and even though all the Borg have been sucked out of it and killed, there's only a few left of them. And Jerry Ryan is no longer Borg Queen affied. So I'm not sure who's flying or how they're flying it, but they turn up. And but they don't do anything when they turn up. It's not like they turn up and they start shooting at Narek, and they just turn up and they kind of forget about Narek. They kind of forget, you know, there's that normal thing we know in Hollywood now. They kind of forget. So clearly, you know, this is what I think happened with the rewrites with Jerry Ryan. I think the original script didn't have Jerry Ryan in it at all, and that's the one that all the retailers said, yeah, we are not backing you at all on this nonsense. All the licensees said we have no interest. That's the point when Netflix was like, yeah, catch you later, done now. I wonder if they're gonna. Firstly, I wonder if Discovery season 3 is gonna come out, and I wonder if it's gonna be on Netflix. It seems to be there's some kind of legal wrangling going on there. But yeah, I don't know if it's gonna come out at all. Yeah, I don't know if CBS is gonna have the money for post production. Or, you know, certainly they can't do any post-production right now. Everything's stalled. Yeah, I do think this is going to be a way of a lot of things being cancelled with them saving face. They're like, oh, well, yeah. Like Doctor Who, I can totally see the delay being an excuse to let Whittaker and Chibnall move on to something else rather than get their relentless hatred. Although they do kind of just like rubbing it in our faces, no matter how much we hate them. So, okay, who knows? They you know, maybe they're just masochists. They're into that sort of thing. I'm more of a sadist, really. I prefer to be on the pain giving side of the equation than the pain receiving. But that's just me for you. That's probably why I wouldn't make it, you know, in Hollywood. Fine. Anyway. So what probably happened is there was no 709, there was no member bearers in it at all, and the licenses said, yeah, we're not doing this. We're not supporting this. So then they went and they crammed in a bunch of the member bearers. They put in Riker, they put in 709, and then they shot a bunch, and they saw, hey, 709, Jerry Ryan, she's pretty good, and you know, looks good on camera, and we feel kind of like empowered by her. Hey, she's a powerful female. Let's get her in more. So I'm pretty sure they rewrote these episodes, 8, 9, and 10, so they can put more 709 in, baby. More 709. It's good for everyone. Fine. So yeah. So the Borg cube shows up, and I thought, you know, that was going to happen in the moronic final episode, the inevitably moronic final episode. They're going to show up and save the day when they start shooting and fighting the Romulan fleet, which is, yeah, again, I'm just expecting a really dumb final episode next week. But let's leave next week's dumb for next week's dumb, okay? Because the Borg cube, Narek, and La Serena, I can remember the name of the ship, just can't remember his name. Yep, no, still not there. La Serena, they get attacked, or they encounter giant orchids. Now, a lot of people hated the giant orchids. I can see a lot of hatred going out for. I kind of like them. That even felt kind of Star Trek-y to me. I like the idea of there being like alternate different life forms, different societies having a different conception of what is defense and what is attack, and the ways to go. So I like them. I think they work for me. They work. I understand a lot of people hate them. I like them. So there you go. So the orchid wraps around La Serena, and they lose all power. And I guess they have enough air in there because it's all one big room essentially. They have enough air in there, so they're not going to die for like an hour. They got maybe an hour's worth of air, I guess. And they get sucked down to the planet. Picard passes out, and so it looks like he's going to die. No. Oh, by the way, next week in the dumbass finale, Picard is going to die. I'm telling you now, Picard is going to die. But he's also going to be in season 2, which isn't going to happen. That's just a few of my my various predictions that goes on. Fine, so Picard passes out, looks like he's going to die. Then we have the terrible titles that there was paradise, and then it fell apart. Ooh, could this be a political allegory? Do you think? Oh, but it's so subtle. It's so hard to get. So, but Picard wakes up in the sick bay, and he tells everybody that he's got a terminal illness because he's going to die next week. They're setting it. He's going to die next week and be put in a body of an android. That's my thought. Like, oh, he's going to be die and be put in a body of an android. If they weren't going to do a sex season, he was just going to die. But they're going to die and be put in a body of an android. So if you thought androids were hated and dehumanized before in the Star Trek universe, but of course they were never done that in the Star Trek universe that we saw, only this weird Kurtzman universe. Yeah, what's it going to be like after the Picard gets put into a android body? Yeah, like so androids are literally the building blocks to give organic life immortality. So like that doesn't strike me that they're going to be getting a lot of rights and being treated well. No, but I don't think they thought about that because they don't think about things because Alex Kurtzman is a moron. That bottom line. He's just a dummy. He's just a dummy. Once you understand that, it answers everything. You know what they keep doing? And it's the key to everything. That is the key to everything. Alex Kurtzman is a dummy. I don't think Michael Chabon is though. Michael Chabon, by the way, hats off to him. His act with the fan audience that has been quite clearly, hated. Didn't like a lot of what he's done. At least he's communicated. He's been forthright. He said his piece, and he hasn't been offensive. So hats off to Michael Schumann. I don't think he's an idiot. This is just was the brief of what he was given to write. He said, yeah, we want to do a Picard show. I guess put some Borg in that. Go and watch First Contact. Don't bother with the rest of Star Trek. It's too nerdish. But go and watch First Contact and maybe a couple of other things. And then forget everything. Forget all the characterization that you saw there. Just like lots of action and stupidity. So he did exactly what he was paid to do. And again, I think his act with the fans have been admirable. Really, given how badly creators of it interacted with their audience, I think he's done a very good job. Credit where credit is due. So they landed on the planet. They crash landed on the planet, and time is of the essence. Okay, this is really important because there is a massive Romulan war fleet on their way to destroy the synth planet. So they could be there anytime, any moment. So of course. They instead of going to the synth, which is in one direction, they go and take a detour, which must be minimally 4 hours. Okay, see how far away it is. Minimally 4 hours. Go there and then over to the synth village. So just so they can have 7 or 9 show up. Go, hi, I'm 52. I'm still hot. And, I'm an established character. I'm winning over. I'm a strong woman. I'm everything. I'm everything you could possibly want. So put me in more. But she goes there and she delivers a little bit of exposition. Says, oh yeah, we got the scanners working and there are 218 Romulan warbirds on their way to you. Going through the vortex. So, it's G again, at that point here, do you think there's going to be another massive space battle at the end of the season? Just like at the end of Discovery? Because, again, you can really see into Kurtzman's really moronic little mind, and he goes, yeah, everybody loves big space battles at the end. That's how you do it. Then the bigger the better. Am I doing it right, JJ? Is that how you do it, JJ? And JJ's like, work for me. Like, let's look at Rise of Skywalker. Made $1 billion, very nearly. Anyway, so finally they leave the ball cube and they head over to the synth settlement and they meet a bunch of cool-looking Data-esque people. All of them, but all the women very, very hot for some reason. All the guys not so much. But then, then it's so annoying. They meet Dr. Sung Jr. No, like, okay. So wait a minute. Again, I'm not really 100% down on Trek lore, but I remember that episode of Star Trek Next Generation. I think it was in the second season where Data finds, or was it Thursday, where Data meets Dr. Sung, and Dr. Sung is like ancient. He looks like 150. Okay, this was like 40 years before this. He was like, look, let's say he's 120 at that point. I don't know. He had very old makeup on, right? Okay, let's say he's 90. He can't be less than 90, right? So this Dr. Sung Jr. they meet looks like he's in his 60s. And they met him when he was like, I'm being charitable, 90. I think it's more like 120. They met him when he's 90. That means he had this kid when he was 70. And somehow nobody ever knew about him. Or, fine, we've had long-lost brothers. Like, it's so stupid. It's just, and like, so stupid. Like, none of it makes sense. None of it makes any sense. But again, Alex Kurtzman's a freaking moron. And he doesn't know what he's not doing it maliciously. He's just doing it because he's stupid. And that's really the bottom line. Alex Kurtzman's stupid. The people who hired him are stupid. And here's the thing I've never really understood about stupid people. Because, like, every time I tell somebody, like, I remember once, especially in Israel, you get this a lot in Israel, that whenever you tell somebody they're being stupid, like, and you're not doing it as an insult, just objectively, that's stupid. Or you put any kind of accountability. I remember once, this was the last time I was allowed to go to a school meeting, and this was about, must be about 8 years ago, 6 to 8 years ago. My daughter was being bullied in school, right? And so, I first met with I met with the school counselor, and she's like, well, I don't know anything about it, really. So I said to her, in a voice that I thought was quite reasonable, I said, it's your job to know. Why don't you know? But weird thing happened then. She kind of turned white and ran out the room. I'm like, well, what happened? And everyone was looking at me like, Sweet, you just shouted, you just screamed at her. I'm like, well, honestly, I didn't think I did, but apparently I did. But yeah, here's the bottom line. Don't be shit at your job, and then I won't have to mention that you're being shit at your job. This is what I explained to the principal after I met with her. I said, I know you got like, 200-300 kids here. You can screw up as much as you like with all of them, apart from one. I give a shit about one. And if you screw up with that one, I'm going to make your life a living hell. I'm going to come in and I'm going to enact the discipline which you are unable to do. And that might be very disruptive. But what choice are you giving me? And strangely enough, it seemed to do the trick. Until she was fired a few months later. But yeah, again, basically, listen, I understand the fans of these, Chris Chibnall's Doctor Who and Alex Kurtzman stuff. I don't understand those fans. I don't understand it, but okay, there are. I accept that there are more than understand it. But like, you all get so mad about us making these videos, pointing out how unbelievably shit this stuff is. Yeah, just don't. If they stop making shit, I'll stop mentioning it's shit. It's not my fault it's shit. If I was doing it, I'll take accountability and I would make sure it's not shit. But I'm not. But all I have control over is this, okay? And I'm doing this to the best of my abilities, which is far more than I can say of Kurtzman. Anyway, I digress. How does it? So there's a Brett Spiner's there playing Dr. Sung. How does that make sense? Nothing matters. It doesn't matter. It's Kurtzman Trek. Right. Okay, let's carry on. And then we meet another version of Sergi, who's like his data version of it with gold skin. And for some reason, I don't understand, played by the same actress, the data version of her is super super hot. I'm like, whoa, okay. So I think I'm on board with the synth. So yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm totally on board. And then she mind melts. I'm like, what? Okay, I was okay, sort of, with the half Romulan, half Vulcan, agent, Romulan agent in the Federation. Well, I got to ask you, what is it? What are the Romulans a refugee species living in little Wild West towns, as we saw? Was she living in Vashti? Or are they a functional empire with a military and a government? Because they keep saying both. It can't be both. It's one or the other. Choose which one. What is it? So anyway, so for some reason, the super hot Data Soji can mind meld. And every time I say it, I just stop. I'm like, what? The WTF? Like, what? What? But she can. Okay, just accept it. Svi, just freaking accept it. She can mind meld. Okay. I can't accept it. I'm trying. I'm really trying. I'm fine. Okay, she's mind meld. Okay, so she mind melds and she gets the, so she sees the admonition, which apparently is directly ripped off from a video game, which I can't, Mass Effect, I think. It's directly ripped off from that. And, oh yeah, and somebody pointed out online that a bunch of the special effects shots were missing from it. Like that glowy circle they're holding onto, they took the glow off. Oh, they forgot to add it on, but it cut so fast, nobody noticed it. Right? And it turns out this message wasn't a warning for organics. It was meant for synthetics. And it was made by synthetics for synthetics. And so that's why organics couldn't use it. It didn't go crazy when they see it, because essentially it says, listen, organics, they're going to grow old and die, and you're going to outlive them. Just FYI, you're on the next stage in human evolution. Okay, fine. So then we have a little bit where we introduce, where we're talking with, I was going to say Data, with Sung and Jurati, and they very obviously introduce a blank robot that they're going to download Picard into next week. Yes, it's so freaking clear. Although I don't know how they expect people to remember things from one week to the next week, because the writers don't remember anything from one week to the next week. I don't understand. What was Maddox's plan with Soji? I don't understand what their plan. Why was she on the Bull Cube? What was the Romulan plan with her? How do they know that? There's so many things they haven't answered. Okay, fine, whatever. Okay, so meanwhile, the Datas have captured Narek, and you have a bit of a lame interrogation scene, and he meets the much more evil-looking, super hot Data Soji girl person, and then off camera he kills another one of the super hot Data chicks, and has escaped. But of course, it's all, I believe anyway, it's a setup by the super hot Data Soji, so everyone will be okay with following the instructions from the admonition, which is okay. It's a contact from super advanced AIs who left it behind, and they'll come and they say, look, we're gonna, once you get intelligent enough and advanced enough to get this message, contact us and we'll come and help you by killing all human life, all organic life. Yeah, so really, firstly, wouldn't it be great if they contact them and they show up and it's led by Bender from Futurama? I had this action figure of Bender where he's wearing a barbecue apron and it says kill all humans on it. So I'm really hoping that's the way they're going. I will like this show if they do that, but they're not going to do that, and I'm not going to like this show. Fine. So it turns out that the evil and the bigoted racist Jan Vash was that whilst they were wrong, were also completely correct. That synthetics would be the herald of doom for all organic life, and this admonition is a warning of that. So yeah, they turned out they were completely correct. So fine. So Soji wants to, the super hot Data Soji wants to call the super AI, but Picard is against it. Oh no, he gives an impassioned speech that I I will be an advocate for you. I will stand for you in front of the Starfleet and the Federation. And then even the characters there notice that. That's exactly what he told the Romulans ultimately. I will stand for you and be your advocate. And they said, but you failed miserably doing that. And he was like, oh yeah, I get it. And so they're like, and that was pointed out by Dr. Sung, And so Picard is locked up. They're going to lock up Jurati as well. But she said, no, let me join your side. So I think they're setting her up to be a bit of double agentry. Probably heroically redeem herself by sacrificing herself in the final episode. Who cares? And we end up with a normal cosmonaut, completely dumb-ass, stupid cliffhanger where we're on the Romulan ship. I don't like the new design of the Romulan ships, by the way. I like the old Warbird, the TNG Warbirds. I even like the original series Warbirds, but these ones are just kind of dumb. Dumb and dull, which is pretty much everything that Star Trek Picard is. So we end up with a cliffhanger that the evil Narek sister is on the bridge of the head Romulan ship. Says, how long to the planet? Like, really? She wants to know how long till the 6th planet. Okay, I don't drive. My wife drives. But if I want to know how long it is, I just look at Waze, which is on the dashboard of our car, and it tells me how long it is to go. Yeah, she could have just... You're telling me they don't have that in the 24th century or 25th century, whatever this is now. But no, she says, how long is it? Because they need a big dramatic moment. And he goes, we will make landfall. They're not making landfall. They're going to bomb them from orbit, aren't they? I think so. We will make landfall in 24 hours. For you, and that's the end. And it's shit. It is just shit. Oh god, oh so dull. Yeah. Again, it's so boring and slow. It's like I don't even get worked up by the stupidity of it as much as I got worked up by the stupidity of Discovery. Yeah, if we are in the apocalypse, if this beer bug is the apocalypse, and it's going to be the end of all life on Earth. As could be. I was always bothered, when I realised that there would be Doctor Who, there would be Star Trek after I died, and there'd be Star Trek and Doctor Who that I wouldn't see because I'd be dead. So I felt that way about the end of the world as well. I don't want the world to end because there's so much more Star Trek and Doctor Who to watch. Now I'm like, fine, forget it. But there's no need to hang on. Forget it. I'm fine. I'm like, meh. I don't need to hang on to watch more Star Trek or Doctor Who or Star Wars. No, there is no reason to live. My name is Beck and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please make sure you're safe. And listen, I don't know where it is for you, what it's like for you where you are. We are not allowed to leave our homes anymore. We can leave to go and buy food. But we can't go to synagogue anymore, which is like my only social interaction that I had in my life. So I'm like, what? Who? What? I don't know. So I don't know where it is, but listen, if you can Skype someone, Skype, I'm not even give somebody a bit of a video, give somebody a video call that's shutting alone. Like, don't let people feel like they're alone through this. Just reach out to neighbors, reach out to friends. Yeah, I think honestly, weirdly enough, I think we can become closer as an entire species because of this, rather than what this is. But anyway, please, keep safe. But try and keep in contact, especially with people who might not have any family or anything to hang out with. So thank you so much. I wish you well during the apocalypse, and we've only got one more episode of this to go. So gee, it's not all bad. Have yourself a fantastic, if somewhat isolated day.